Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. This is a video on how to make standalone web apps with Gemini. And first, I'll start off talking about why Gemini. So, um, I've been interested in wanting to build web apps with AI for probably 3 years now, and had been waiting for it to get enough to where it wouldn't be too painful to do, and started doing this a couple months ago, and it was still pretty painful. But with it just keeps getting better and better, the AI. So I started trying with ChatGPT a couple months ago, and it was too buggy. The software that it was writing, it's gotten much better now. So the O3 model now is very good. Um, and then at the time, I heard that Sonnet 3.7 was the best for coding. So I switched to Claude, and I like Claude a lot. And that would be another approach. Um, but problem with Claude is that I ran into usage limits, and also it has a limited token window compared to Gemini, much larger. It makes it a lot easier. And also another thing, it's important, was that Claude was not nearly as dependable as Gemini. So Gemini is not perfect. When I ask it to like preview these apps, but maybe 90%. It's got a very high success rate. I mean, I'd say at least 90%. So that's the reason that I like using Gemini, is that it's got a huge token window. So you can do a lot in one session. Now, um, what I do to switch a session is it's not because it runs out of room. It's just because if it gets really long, it can it be a bit slower to respond, and it's more likely to like get confused because the context is just so huge. So at a certain point, if I notice any difficulties, I'll start a new session. It works really well. So combination of the large session size, and also it's so good, the model. And I'm using the 2.5 Pro. Now, there's an even better model than this. It was just released, which is on AI Studio. But I'm going to show how to use it in the regular chat session. And the reason for that is because of this Canvas feature, which the last time I checked wasn't yet in AI Studio. But I understand that they're working on that. And if that gets in there, I'll probably switch to that. But this is a very good model. Very happy with this. So um, I guess enough of the intro. So I'm going to show, I'm not going to go through each of the steps. I built an app to go through this. So I'll just show how the app works. And the app is available here. I'll put this in the description of the video. How to make standalone web apps on render.com. And actually, I think I'll show it here because there's more room. Um, and anyway, this will go through the information that's involved. Just what are standalone web apps, the key advantages, and I will go through this one. That's the reason I'm doing this. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Um, Gemini and Movie. I'm not going to go through all this. You can go read this yourself. Launching your how-to. I will go through this and a complete example of working how-to app. Okay, and I'll go through this too. All right. So um, the okay, what are they? All right. So a standalone app is typically a single HTML file that contains all of its styling and JavaScript embedded within it. And boy, this is so like tremendous. It's like when I first started doing this a couple months ago, the way I was doing it, there's no way that somebody who didn't have a background in software could have done it. It was just too complex. There's like lots of different moving pieces and so forth. And so I thought about trying uh, with the standalone web app with Gemini. I mean, you can see that this is very robust. It can do a lot of stuff. This is all one file. Everything I'm showing you is just one file. And so once I found like this works, it's just tremendous, and it is easy enough, and that you don't have to have a background in software to be able to do this. So really excited about that. So a standalone app is literally one file, so makes it a lot easier to deal with, and it says it's highly portable and simple to manage for basic projects. You can when it's calling basic projects, I mean this isn't like a huge thing here, but it's you can do a lot. It's quite nice to work with, and so I'm going to go through and I'm going to show um, talk about how you can deploy it, how you can make it, how you can deploy it. All right. So this goes through all the steps to make it, but I'll show just a simpler way of doing this. And that is, you have a concrete example of working how to app. So I'm going to go here. Okay, this is telling you what to do. And that's going to be exactly what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I'm just going to copy the code here. All right. Then I'm going to do this, and I'll do a couple different things. First of all, I want to show how easy this is to do, to deploy this. I'm going to show how to deploy this. So you can take this code, okay, copy it, okay, and paste it in like Notepad. And so I already did that. That's what this is. So it would just be paste. I copied it. I pasted it here. You save it. You save it as HTML. So do save as. So I saved it as how to make tea. That's what this app is. And you do how to make tea, and then, excuse me, you do like dot HTML, and then set this to all files. Okay, and then save it. Right, no, I already saved it. So, and it's in my, you can put it anywhere. So I put it in my documents folder, right? So I just go to documents after I saved it. Okay, and here's how to make tea. Double click it, and then it'll pull it up in a browser. And here it is. So this is how to make a perfect cup of tea. All you need to do is just what you saw me do. Just copy paste the code from here, okay, and you can just save it. Save it as a .html file. Name it anything you want. Just save it as whatever .html. Save it anywhere you want. Double click it, and it'll open up in your browser, and it'll work. That's why it's so nice to do it this way. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, I'll show you how you can make a new app. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. All right, I'm just making sure. Okay, there it is. All right, I've got it. Copy it. Okay, I'm gonna go to Gemini, and I'm gonna open a new session in Gemini. So I'll do new chat. Okay, and I'll say, here's his code. All right, and then I'll say, I'm going to click on Canvas. Okay, and I'm going to say, please make this reviewable. Okay, or I meant previewable. Great, previewable. All right, there we go. All right, so this will take a little bit of time, but it shouldn't take too much time. And all right, so I can talk a bit about the environment here. So this is regular Gemini Advanced 2.0 preview, and I'm using the $20 a month plan. And um, so I've never run into a usage limit with this, and I've done a lot of stuff with it, and that's something I'm really, really happy about. So that's another reason that I like this a lot for coding. Okay, and here we go. So here, showing the app. There it is. All right, and you can click on code to grab the code, copy paste it. Okay, and then in preview here, you can see it. See it working. All right. So now all you have to do is just choose another topic. So um, let's see. I'm just going to tell. Give me an idea for another topic for the how-to. Okay, let's see what it says because nothing comes to my head right away. Okay, let's say how to tie a Windsor knot, how to repot a plant. All right, these are all really simple stuff. But you can see, I did one on how to do a web app, which is pretty complex. But I guess it really doesn't matter, right? You'll have something real. So I'll do number 4. Okay, but I just want to show this is all you need to do. And so you just copy and paste the code that I provided, give it to Gemini, and just tell it what topic you want it to make the how-to app on, and it'll make one to fit your topic. And you can see how fast it is. And if I hope I didn't KOD it. All right, kiss of death. Excuse me. Anyway, I think that's everything did I cover everything? I think so. You can copy and paste it, double click on it. That shows it on your browser. Okay. And then you can show it within Gemini also. And then you can okay, I guess it's done here. Okay, good. So you can see here, here's how you can fold. I should actually probably read this. You can, just go through it. And now you've got, you got a web app. And so I covered how you can build the web app, how you can deploy it. To deploy it again, you just give Gemini the code, click Kansas, and say, make this reviewable. Okay, it'll do this. Or you can double click on it, like I showed, save it, and use it in your own browser. What I didn't show is how to deploy it on for the whole world to see. And I can do that in another video. That's more complex. But there are actually easy things that you can do, which is in the app. This is here. I'll show you here, right here. Let's see. I want to show that. So let's see. So it should say launching your how-to app. Okay, going public. Okay, there are some easy ways of doing this, and it will it'll talk about this. So you can go to your Gemini session and just ask it. Tell it you want to make it public and ask it what's the easiest way of doing that and walk you through all the steps. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. And once again, I will put the URL for this app on the description of the video. And this should have all the information that you need to, you don't actually need this. It's as easy as what I showed you. You just copy the code, go to Gemini and say, make me a how-to app on whatever thing you're interested in. But if you go through this app, it will explain the concepts. And there's not that much to go through, but I would highly recommend that. But it's very easy to do and, really nice to work with. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And until next time, thanks for watching.